can go here. Okay. Captain, hello. Deadly B, hello. Bit of a bonus stream today because I wasn't here yesterday. It's live and works. Excellent news. So the Discord knows about this. Where else needs to know? Let's hop on to Twitter quickly. Pause this. Oh, I need to change the name of the thing. Okay, update information. Twitter. Okay. So yeah, what I should be able to do is this and this. This train Wi-Fi really is going to put in some work. This will be going up on the YouTube anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to chat about my weekend this weekend, because obviously I wasn't on the stream yesterday. So I'm just going to have a chat about what I played against, a little bit about the meta, just in general. Might be that Jack is dropping frames because it's stuck for me too, not sure why. One of my friends is doing something on the internet at the moment as well, so it might be a little bit laggy. I'm not going to go straight into the recording. I'm going to play a couple of games and just chill for a little bit, and then, like I say, I'll have a bit of a tournament discussion, then I'll record that part, upload that separately, and yeah, I'm then gonna upload the whole stream as we usually do. I would imagine the regular stream from yesterday will go up tonight, my tournament report will go up tomorrow, and then this stream will go up on Saturday hopefully. But yeah, let's just make sure everything's in order. This is the list I played this weekend. Hello True Fighter, welcome. You've had issues lately with Twitch. Hopefully it's working okay. Hopefully these cards load as well. That'd be awkward. Did you all enjoy London, watching it or competing in it, whichever place you are? Oh, we're being hosted for 23 viewers. Cheers, Ben. You see a blurry Jack and Hero. Nice. Excellent. Okay, what I need to do... I don't want alert box open at the moment. So I'm just going to turn the alerts off for now. Just because if I'm recording it, I don't want to yeah, I don't want to have things popping up like we usually do. Oh, raid levels are over 9,000. We're having a raid from Ben. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, this is the list I played this weekend. Guru. Glade. Glade was MVP. Glade was insanely good this weekend. Or last weekend, I should say. So yeah, I'll get a couple of games. I'll probably... So it's 9 o'clock now. I'll probably start recording at 1:15, looking at the time. And yeah, hopefully it'll be about a 45-minute recording. It's only going to be sort of maybe an hour and a half stream. Just because I don't have too much time tonight, but I did want to get the stream out. I did want to get a video out. Oh, there's metal types in his deck. That's never a good sign. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Like I say, I'll have a couple of games, record, probably have a couple more games, and then head off for the night. I'll be back next week with Joe next Wednesday. I'm dropping frames. That's really worrying because I'm not dropping frames, so I don't know why I am. Or I don't know why the stream is. It's probably because, like I say, there's someone else using the Wi-Fi as well. Someone's doing a raid on Destiny right now in my house, so it's probably a little bit taxing on the Wi-Fi. That could be it. We definitely need some sound in here. Or I need some sound in my ears. Beldum. This is never good. This is about as much of an auto loss as it can be. He started with a Kukui though, so that is a positive sign. Well, Ultra Ball. Don't want to beacon this turn. I think so. Yeah. Hey, Epo, welcome. Congrats on your top 8, buddy. Sorry I couldn't be here to congratulate you yesterday, but it was good meeting you too, buddy. We will indeed search for a supporter card. This is a really bad matchup for us. Like, this is the broken build, so no Sylveon, which makes it even worse because you can't even play them. But hey, we do this. Let's just see if we can build up some stuff. We'll go Curly or Octillery here. Tord, welcome. How you doing, buddy? Congratulations this weekend. You're stuck on the list, but you can't hear the audio. Ah, very good. I've just been looking at my matchups this weekend, and every game but my first game. Oh, the follow notification is still kind of interesting. Phone Guy 21, thank you very much for the follow. Do indeed appreciate it. Just got Broken Guardian with Sylveon. First match I run into is Solgaleo Metagross. Very good. Yeah, I was looking at my matchups, and this year only one of my games went to 3 games, so that's one of the biggest wins for me. Just not going to game 3 so often, because I tied so many games last year. Last season in general, I just tied so many games. So it's really nice not doing that. That's a positive. One, two, three, 4. We can draw 2 cards here. Oh, free codes in the chat. I'm gonna spread my my things out just so we're not completely ruined by Guzma. And it's fine. And is exactly what I wanted, actually. Looks like there's some free codes there. Check under Discord. Check the Discord for a clown emoji. Max potion is almost always useless in this game, I think. I think I'd rather get rid of a Guzma than the last Ultra Ball. I'm gonna grab us a Guardy. It might be right to get Gallade there. I'm still figuring out the Gallade thing. I feel like it was MVP this weekend, but I think I'm still not using it to its fullest potential. It's a really good card right now. It counters a lot of the format. I need to change this list actually. I'm running 3 Curlier right now, and I think I want to be running 2 Curlier because I'm also only running 3 Max Potion, which is kind of greedy. I'd rather, I think, be greedier on the Max Potions than greedier on the Curliers. If we'd kept the Guzma around, I think it would have been better to get the Gallade so we can Guzma knock out this Beldum. But getting rid of all 4 Ultra Ball this early is really bad because it means when I feel like we rarely have an opportunity to Twilight in this game, just because he applies so much pressure. He takes 3 knockouts almost turn after turn. So I don't think we have time to Twilight very often, which means I want to hold on to this last Ultra Ball. Tamao is also live. Wait, what? Or is that just... Is Tamao also live? Tamao might be live. So Pandage, welcome. We've got an N, so N is a perfectly good option considering he just beaconed, but being able to Guzma here would be cool as well. I think I'm always doing this before anyway, so I don't mind doing this because we have N to fall back on. Don't have the Guzma. Could have held one of these cards to get Candy, but because we got Candy, but it was so unlikely. So let's just N his stuff back in, hope we hit an energy and start taking knockouts. DC is not the energy I wanted to hit, especially as, like I say, I think we rarely have time to Twilight, but we might just have to. We could easily get Respond KO'd here is what I'm worried about. So do we bluff the hand and beacon again? If we send our Guardian now, it's just going to get responded on. It's so likely it gets responded on. Do we have to take that risk? I don't see much better a play. Doing this forces Guzma as well. It's been through 1. Let's just beacon. I think I'll just do this. We've got an N in hand next turn, so it doesn't really matter what we grab, but if we happen to top deck Sycamore, I'd rather Sycamore, so I don't want to get rid of the Lele. I don't mind Sycamoring this hand because we can double evolve next turn. This is still such a bad matchup. Can we get some clown emojis in chat? If you can find a way of getting clown emojis into chat, then there is no problem with some clown emojis in chat. Right, what's happened here? Oh, someone pulled a Dragonite EX from the packs. Very good. Well, he had the Guzma, so I'm pretty sure we just lose. Beacon for nothing, then you can premonition and try to get Guzman with auxiliary. Yeah, I could have beacon for nothing. What cards do I have in hand then? 1, 2, 3 plus the top deck. I'd still only probably be drawing one card, but I guess this way I'm drawing no cards. But the fact he had the Guzman anyway, I'm pretty sure means we've lost this game. I think we need a lot here, but we have premonition auxiliary to help us out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 180. So we need Fairy, DCE. 3 fairies, 1 DCE gone. Fairy DCE is what we need. Well, we've got an N. So in that case, we'll take the fairy now. I'll bench this route in order to draw the fairy, and then N. I'm still ill. I've been ill for about 3 weeks now. It's not fun. So if we get this knockout, he needs Candy, Metagross, and Energy to be able to knock us out next turn. Just need to hit DCE. That's not a DCE. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 210, 240. Ah, damn. There's no way he doesn't have energy in hand, right? Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to concede. Show everyone the clown emoji in Discord. Do you mean the... the one you sent? Let me see if I can download it. Save image as. There we go. I don't know what's going on with the game. I'm not able to see what's going on with the game while this is going on. It's called Clown Boys. What a brilliant name. Aha. So he did. What's the deck list? I'll show this at the end of the stream. After this game, I'm going to record a video showing my deck list from last week, and at the end of that video, I'm going to show you the deck list that I'm going to play this week for a tournament I'm playing in. Yeah, we've most certainly lost this game. Right, just before I start, we will indeed get this clown emoji in here. Just quickly. Image. Clown. Ooh, that wasn't a positive sound. Desktop images. Clown Boys. It was dope seeing you on stream. Cheers, buddy. It was a lot of fun being on stream. Right, let me just make this invisible quickly, Because look at this fantastic fan art we've got. Clown Boys. That's Joe as UB Burst himself. Maybe we should make that the new mascot of the channel. Pretty good, I think. Right, let's make this less visible quickly. So yeah, I've never recorded through OBS whilst streaming, so not sure how this is going to work. Well, I know how it's going to work. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but it's something I've wanted to try and do. And this is kind of a casual video anyway, so you know, it's not overly important if it doesn't go fantastically. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the record button. The reason why I'm doing this whilst also streaming is just in case you have any questions about the deck list while I'm talking about it as well, just so we can, if there's anything I maybe miss or don't cover. Mind Blown is the signature move of UB Burst. Mind blown. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this on stream, just so if you guys have any other questions, yeah, you can hop on in if there's anything I screw up. I just want it to be kind of a casual video rather than a super sort of what's the word? Like a really formal deck analysis. This isn't like a deck analysis video. This is just my tournament report from this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the recording button and we will indeed get into it. You'll get to see my intro as well, all of that guff. Have a swig of water. I think this is the exact list I played this weekend. Hello everybody and welcome to OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. I'm Jack and today I'm here to discuss my tournament report of the London Internationals that have just been passed. This past weekend I got 68th place out of a field of 781 Masters, which was the biggest tournament Europe has seen ever, which was really cool. And getting 68th was I was really happy with that. I aimed to get points. I wanted to get top 128 just because it's 100 points, so that's a really good sort of boost to getting you to Worlds, especially as Worlds is only 250 for Europe this year. So yeah, I was super happy with my performance. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the deck. I'm going to talk about sort of leading up to the day, what I was thinking, a couple of sort of tech options with the list itself. Then I'm going to go through my matchups. I played against some pretty good players on the day, so it was fun meeting a lot of new people. And then I'm kind of going to have a little bit of a rundown of what sort of went on, I think, in my mind of the format, where the format's going, and what I personally am going to be playing for the next couple of tournaments going into, or sort of the League Cups going into the rest of this season. So yeah, just as a bit of a side note, this is obviously on YouTube. You can catch this full stream. It'll only be sort of maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes longer than the actual video itself. But I will upload the full stream. If you guys don't know, me and Joe stream once a week, every week, over on twitch.tv. That's why you can see all of this stuff sort of on the side, all of the follower things and the chat box and stuff. I'm actually streaming live right now as I record this, so there may be a few sort of chat questions. And yeah, just make sure to come and check us out if you haven't already. A lot of you guys probably do know about the streams already, but that's why there's all this sort of other stuff around the side. And yeah, if you want to see the full stream, I'm going to play a couple of games after. I've played a game before, and I'm going to play a game or two afterwards as well, off camera or off the recording. So yeah, make sure you head over to twitch.tv/Team OmniPoke to catch me and Joe streaming at least once a week, every week. But yeah, other than that, I decided to play Gardevoir for the tournament. In a lot of people's minds, it's the best deck in format. There was a lot of hype around Gardevoir. It did feel like Gardevoir was the deck to beat, that and Garb variants. So it was a bit of a risk. I never liked playing the best deck in format. I've only just started sort of considering it. I've always been more of a tier 2 player that tries to counter the best deck in format. But I've started to play just purely what is the best deck in format right now. A little bit more going to cups and things. Like I say though, there's a huge target on Guardy's head in my mind, and I really wasn't sure whether I wanted to play it, because I didn't want to have round after round of sort of people teching to beat me and just losing to one or two cards in random lists. So I was also considering things like Grandpa and Gollygarb. Grandpa, a friend of mine, James decided to play, and he's been playing the deck for maybe 3-4 months. So I'd seen how consistent it could be. It is without a doubt, I think, the most consistent Garb variant. Espeon's kind of died down, and they've kind of merged into one list now. So like Espeon, Drampa, Garb was kind of one thing. So it's definitely the most sort of consistent, in my mind, the most consistent Garb variant. So I was considering that. Just because it does what it wants to do, and that's kind of what you need in a tournament with 9 rounds going into a day 2. And then Gollygarb was another one, just because it felt like a sheer powerhouse at times. There were games where you just didn't let the opponent do anything. You could ace a roll, a loop, you could Guzma knock out things from turn 2. It just felt really, really oppressive. And whenever I played Gardevoir for the Bremen regionals in late September or mid-September, my one sort of matchup I'd never really enjoyed playing against was Gollygarb. More than anything because I hadn't tested too much against it, but I always felt like Glisspod was a difficult Pokemon to deal with. I've started to work out the matchup a bit more, but I felt like maybe people who hadn't worked out the matchup, and there were a couple of tech cards I was also playing in Gollygarb that helped the Gardevoir matchup, that meant I actually thought that Gollygarb had a favourable Gardevoir, which was a #1 priority for me, at least. Having a favourable Gardevoir, and then a semi-decent Garbodor matchup as well. A lot of Garbodor matchups are pretty similar. There's only 2 real Garbodor variants. So yeah, those are the 3 decks I was considering: this, Gollygarb, and Drampagarb. Towards the start of the week, I kind of wrote off Drampagarb because it just wasn't playing as consistently as I liked it to be. It felt like it was drawing like Gollygarb, and I felt like if both decks are drawing at a similar sort of rate, I'd rather play a deck that I feel has a stronger output, which was Gollygarb. It can do 120 turn 2. I feel a lot more consistently than Drampa can do 180 turn 2, because you need a lot less pieces. You just need to evolve pretty much. I was also playing, I was flipping between a Pheromosa, a third choice band, and a Celesteela GX in Gollygarb. The Celesteela obviously inspired by Mark Lutz himself, but also the 4th choice band and the Pheromosa was something that me and Joe had talked about in our top 10 decks for London, and I was really, really passionate about the idea of using it in Theorycraft, but when it came to actually playing it on the day, or playing with it in testing, it was so difficult to actually get this whole combo off. The fact you needed a second energy a lot of the time was really, really brutal. So yeah, Pheromosa quickly came out for the 4th choice band. Then Mark started talking about Celesteela. I saw it on a couple of his streams, so I wanted to try that. Didn't get too much time to try that. I only had 1 or 2 games with it, which is then when I kind of reverted back to Guardy. I've been playing Guardy. I have been playing Guardy ever since Bremen. I played it leading up to Bremen and have played it ever since. As you can see in the list, there are no new cards from Crimson Invasion at all, so the list didn't really change too much. So yeah, I was kind of playing with this list all the way through. Max Potions were quite a late addition. They happened sort of the Tuesday, Wednesday night. That week I streamed for, I think, 4 hours pretty much solely playing Guardy, just trying to work out the mirror, trying to work out what slots I did and didn't want. As you can see, talking about the list itself, there's no Mime in the list, which was a bit of a bold call on the day. I wasn't sure whether I was going to be punished for it, but it turns out I didn't face a single Buzzwole deck all day, and I think only one of the 2 or 3 decks that ran Tapu Koko actually used Flying Flip against me anyway. So it was a completely fine decision on the day. It was one I was a little bit nervous about leading into the tournament, but actually it paid off dividends, and it meant that I had an extra card for the mirror. That was essentially one of the biggest reasons why I dropped it, because it was just a completely dead card in the mirror. And like I said, I wanted to have a deck that I felt could not auto-win the mirror, but just had a very, very favourable matchup against the mirror. There was also this hype around broken deck, broken Guardy, with 4 Max Potion. I know I kind of didn't win that one because they ran 2 more Max Potion than me, but I was hoping a lot of people wouldn't be playing that, and that would be playing sort of Garb variants. It turned out Garb actually was really, I don't know whether to say underrepresented is the correct word, because it felt like there was quite a bit of Garb looking around the tables, but I only faced, I think, one, looking at my matchups here, yeah, I only faced 1 Garb deck all day. So yeah, Garb wasn't really represented. I think there were a few broken broken decks. Obviously, Chris Szymanski made top 4 with his broken list. So, and then Pram played it as well, who also got top 32, maybe even top 16. I can't remember exactly where he placed. But yeah, there are obviously people repping this deck. So I know I didn't really win those matchups, but against standard Guardy builds with things like Sylveon and Octillery, I felt confident in, because I had the double parallel. I had a 1/1 Sylveon as a bit of a backup, and I had 2 Max Potion, and I'd done a lot of testing with some very good players in the UK playing Guardy. So I felt I knew the mirror quite well. It is ultimately down to who draws better, but I felt I knew how to navigate the mirror, which was really important on the day. So yeah, No Mr. Mime was one notable drop, and the other one was dropping Octillery for a single Oranguru, again to gain an extra slot for the mirror. My 2 initial slots were, I was only playing 1 Parallel City and I was only playing 1 Floatstone. I pushed both of those up to a 2 count when I dropped the 2 Mime and the slot from Octillery. And yeah, both really, really helped throughout the day. I think on reflection, I wouldn't change much about the list at all. I'd maybe consider cutting the Floatstones simply for like a second Super Rod and then, I don't know, maybe a 3rd Max Potion. But at that point, you're kind of getting into broken style deck range, and then the list kind of changes a little bit itself anyway. Maybe even second Gallade as well, because Gallade was definitely the MVP on the day. But yeah, so yeah, it was a really, really, I really, really liked the list. It was really, really, for a Guardy deck, it was really consistent. There was only, I think there was 2 games out of my whole day where it felt like a really clunky stage 2 deck where I just didn't draw anything. And one of them, sort of, it didn't really matter because I think the game afterwards, the game afterwards they also drew dead, so it was kind of not really, it didn't really feel like a stage 2 deck all day. It ran really, really well. So I was super happy with the list on the day. But yeah, going into the tournament, like I say, 781 Masters, which was huge. It meant that we didn't get 256 points, which was sad. So it really meant I had to hit that 128 marker, because that's just filled me with confidence that I can get my invite this year. If I hadn't got that 128, I would have been really disappointed in not only in myself, but I would have felt like I couldn't. I maybe would have struggled to get to Worlds just because of how the tournament system is and how many or little cups I can get to over the next few months. And whilst I hadn't done too much testing for this tournament, I felt I'd done enough testing and enough theory craft to know what to expect and have a decent time. Theoretically, should be able to have a decent time on the day. So, yeah, I would have been really disappointed if I didn't get 128, but I did indeed get 128. So yeah, going on to my matchups, day 1, or not day 1, but round 1 was against a Mewtwo Lunala deck. And this was one of the games where I bricked my first game all day. I started pretty much, I think it was with 2 routes and nothing else. So yeah, this game 1 was over pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I thought maybe this is going to be a testament to how the day goes, which would have been really unfortunate. This was the Mewtwo GX, by the way. So game 2 and 3, my opponent decided to use Psystrike GX to knock out Sylveon, which does a straight 200 damage. But because they attached 3 energy for that attack, it left them really, really vulnerable. So as long as I was able to get at least 1 magical ribbon off, and get at least 1 Guardy out before they took out my Sylveon, I was often able to just respond KO with that. And they were running elixirs, but at that point, kind of the deck's big blow-up attack is Psystrike GX. The rest is just a weaker version of Guardy. It's just 30 times the energy on you, or 60 for 2. So at that point, I was able to just outpower them, really. So as long as I navigated the GX attack sort of appropriately, I was fine. And both games, my opponent decided to take use the GX on the Sylveon for an early knockout, which meant I was able to set up 2 Guardies that were just able to sort of take out anything. So yeah, that was my round 1. Round 2 was against Silvally Metals, and this is where I thought, oh, here come the counter decks. All of the Silvally Metals that beat Guardies round 1 will be now at the same level as me, so they'll be sort of a few about, and there were indeed a few about. There was one sat next to me. There was one a couple of tables down from me. There was one opposite me as well. But honestly, in the matchup, Gallade is just so insane. Sensitive Blade knocking out Silvally GX is really, really big. Game 1, I was able to take 2 prizes on a Gallade, 2 prizes on, I believe it was a Magina, just through building up a Guardian one-shotting it. And I think my last 2 prizes were just on 2 non-EXs. So that was game 1. Game 2, I sort of realised midway through the series that Gallade was a really good attacker, but actually Lele's a really good attacker as well. Celesteela has to have at least 3 energy on it to start doing anything significant, and then it needs a choice band on top. And if they miss the choice band, they have to attach an extra energy to be able to knock out a Guardian one hit. So that's up to 4 energy. So if you're able to poke a Celesteela in the early turns with whatever, with an Oranguru, with literally anything, just to soften it up, Lele becomes a really, really good attacker in that matchup. Plus they can't one-shot you back without using their GX. So yeah, Lele became a really, really valuable attacker in that matchup, and I was able to set up a board state where I was one prize ahead of him. So he had 1 prize remaining so he had 3 prizes remaining to my 2, but he was able to take out my Gardevoir. But the only way to take out my Gardevoir was him setting up a Celesteela with 4 energy, at which point I was able to knock it out with a Tapu Lele for my last 2 prizes. So yeah, that was Lele and Gallade were definitely the real MVPs in that matchup. Gallade is such a strong card, and it actually means that the matchup that a lot of people think is kind of an auto loss actually is probably only like 60-40 in their favour, maybe 65-35 with a single Gallade. With double Gallade, I think it's no more than 60, just because Gallade, like I say, is such a good counter to Silvally. So yeah, that was my round 2. Round 3 was another Silvally Metal. This was against Graft and Roll, and it was actually streamed. I was on stream for round 3, so I'll leave the link. If I can find it, I'll leave the link below. If I can't find it, it's round 3 of day 1 on the official Pokemon streams. So make sure you go and check that out. It was a really unfortunate series for Grafton because I just drew pretty much everything I needed off of ends and stuff. It's really, really unfortunate that obviously his deck is kind of built to counter mine. But yeah, I drew pretty much everything I needed to off of ends. I drew energy, I drew choice band when I needed it, all of this stuff. And again, it meant that I was able to just take knockouts with Gallade, sort of recycle Gallade, take another knockout with Gallade. And yeah, it was really, really big. I'd played the matchup a couple of times before the game, not before the game, but before the tournament. And again, I'd found that Lele and Gallade were kind of what I had to do to win the game, so I just focused on those pretty much. I think I only got 1 Gardevoir out in maybe both of the games, just because it's an easy 2 prizes for them, and the energy acceleration really doesn't give you much. Your DCEs are kind of your energy acceleration in that matchup. So yeah, it was a really, really unfortunate series for Grafton. He played it really, really well, given the fact that I just drew everything I needed to. But yeah, it was nice being able to beat another unfavourable matchup, like round after round, because it gave me a lot more confidence in the deck. Round 4, it was a Gardevoir Mirror, and this went exactly how the mirror goes. I unfortunately lost simply because I didn't draw, he drew better than me. My max potions were in my bottom 10. Both of my max potions were in my bottom 10 for both games, and you just kind of can't win the game if you don't have your max potions. My mirror tech is the max potions, and that's how I'm meant to win the mirror. So it was really, really unfortunate that I wasn't able to hit those, but that's kind of the way the mirror goes. He played it really, really well, and if you don't hit your max potions, you don't get to sort of do the kind of plays you need to in the mirror. But yeah, there was nothing too special about the game. It was just kind of how the Guardian mirror goes. He was playing Octillery over Oranguru, which meant they had a little bit more draw power than me. But I think that would have been fine had I found my max potions, because I would have had 1 extra card potentially in my arsenal. But that being said, either way, it was a pretty quick 2-0, just because, like I say, I wasn't able to draw as well as him, and he played it really, really well. Not to take anything away from my opponent, but without my max potions, I can't really win the mirror. So yeah, that was fair enough. Round 5, I was against Tord, the eventual winner of the tournament. He was playing his Zoropod, of course, and this was the second game where the deck kind of bricked on me. Game 1, I think I started lone routes, drew into an Eevee or something, and just had nothing. Game 1 was done, I think, within about 3 minutes, which was pretty unfortunate. And Game 2, because I wasn't 100% sure what he was playing, I wasn't able to play around things like Puzzle and E-Hammer and stuff. So again, he definitely outplayed me. I wasn't able to beat the kind of things that his deck was packing. The fact he had Puzzles and E-Hammers meant that pretty much whenever I played a DCE, he was able to get rid of it, which meant I could never ramp into getting knockouts on Zoroarks. Not Zoroarks, Gallipods, so I had to focus on getting Gallade and Zoroark. Getting Gallade and then taking Zoroark knockouts, but whenever I got a Gallade, he was able to, or the first Gallade I got, he was able to GX attack, knock it out with a Gallipold and protect himself as well, which was really, really unfortunate for me. And then the second, I think I managed to Super Order Glade back in, but never saw it again, so I wasn't able to take any prizes on Zoroarks. I don't think the matchup's awful. I think Gallade again can put in a lot of work. I've tested it a couple more times since, and I think I've won the majority of the games. But I think it's pretty 50-50. Maybe like with the puzzles and the E-Hammers, it's favoured for Tord. I don't know, or the deck in general, I don't know that, because I haven't done too much testing against it. But either way, it was nice finally meeting Tord. And yeah, it was a good, like the game 1 was a complete write-off, but the second game was a really, really fun game. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Round 6 was against Gollygarb. This was a matchup that, like I say, in Bremen, I felt very, very... I didn't want to see Gollygarbs. I didn't like the matchup, but I've done a lot of testing against Gollygarb, and I found the biggest weakness of Gollygarb is themselves. The deck can really, really clunk. So game 1, he takes 5 prizes before I even think about taking a knockout. But I'm able to but he's got ability lockup, so I'm able to end him down to a 1-card hand whilst he has ability lockup, whilst I have a Gardevoir that can take a prize. And as long as I can take 3 prizes or 3 knockouts turn after turn after turn, whilst he's locked down by N and ability lock, it means that he can never get a Guzma for his last prize to win the game. So that's kind of what I have to do. I have to let him go ahead and then try and punish him with N, and if he draws out of it, he draws out of it. But unfortunately he didn't. And then again in game 2, he takes 4 prizes, at which point I end him down to a low card hand. He didn't have ability lock this time, but I just had to pray he wasn't able to, again, find these cards and take these 2 prizes. Whenever I knew he was going up to 3 cards in hand, or it looked like he was going to be able to make some kind of Lele play, I would end him back down to a low hand size and hope that he wasn't able to find Ultra Balls or Leles. And yeah, again, I just had to take knockout after knockout and hope that I could take 3 or 4 knockouts depending on what I was up against before he was able to draw out of this ability lock / N lock. So yeah, that's kind of the strategy in the matchup. You let them go ahead, and then you just build up 2 Guardies and just kind of move between them, max potioning and just attaching more energy and just making sure you can get knockouts. So yeah, that was my round 6. My round 7 was against a friend of mine, Sam Saunders, playing Ho-Oh Salazzle. It was unfortunate that me and him got paired together because we were both on a 5-2 record at the time, or a 4-2 record at the time. So one of us was going to be going up to 5-2, and one of us was going to be going down to 4-3. And 6-3 was kind of the cut-off as to where we knew for a fact you'd get top 128. It turned out, I think, 17 match points was fine, so 5-2-2 would have been fine. But we didn't want to take the risk in ID, or at least I didn't, just because I felt the matchup was favourable. He was playing Ho-Oh Salazzle. Game 1, he Kiawa'd to a Volk, which I was able to punish pretty quickly by pretty much going aggro Guardi and just attaching a couple of energy and just again trying to take as many quick knockouts as I could. And then game 2, he was able to hit Kiawe onto a Ho-Oh on the bench, but I think I was able to plea it, or I definitely made some kind of play that meant he had a few energy in hand, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think the matchup is favourable for me. But obviously it's such an aggressive deck, you can naturally just kind of lose to it rolling you anyway. But yeah, I was able to beat Sam in a pretty quick series. which meant we were able to go and get food and just chill out for a bit. So there was pros and cons, but yeah, we had a good time. Round 8 was against Jose Morero, who's playing Metagross, and this was the quickest 2-0 of my life. He just stomped me. He was playing Magina, so I couldn't parallel plea his things up. He was playing a 101 Solgaleo, which he wasn't able to get set up ever. But there was always kind of in the back of my mind the fact he had Solgaleo that could just Soul Burst a whole bunch of energy on to the board, which was a little bit scary. And then yeah, he was just playing Metagross, which is pretty much, it's not an auto loss, but if they're playing Magina, it is very difficult because, like I say, you can't plead their board, and that's kind of all you got to rely on. You got to rely on taking a couple of prizes, then pleading, and then trying to build up a Guardy. So you have 2 Guardies on board that can take out their 1 Metagross. So yeah, because I wasn't able to play, it was a pretty quick 0-2, and at that point I'm at 5-3, so I'm kind of feeling like I've got to win to guarantee 128. I don't think a tie can do it. I don't think any 16 match pointers made top 128. I will have a look at that, but I don't think any did. So I kind of had to win. And yeah, my last round was against Gardevoir, Samir Sangwan, who is a Australian player. I really hope I haven't butchered your name there, mate. But also a fan of the channel. He mentioned knowing the channel just before our game. And yeah, it was a really, really good series. Unfortunately, it was kind of the opposite of the Gardevoir series earlier in the day. I was able to draw a little bit better than him, and because I was able to draw a little bit better than him, I was just naturally favoured. There were a couple of turns where he just wasn't able to hit energy or wasn't able to evolve, and I was just able to punish that. I was able to take out sort of lone curliers and things like that, which meant he was just a little bit too far behind overall. So yeah, that was my last round. Top 128 was what I was aiming for, and top 128 was indeed what I got. 68th place I was super happy with. 100 championship points. Unfortunately, no boxes or no cash or anything, but like I say, I was going for the championship points. They were the most important thing to me, so I'm now sitting at 152. Going to a League Cup this weekend, hopefully going to be able to get some points out of that League Cup. The deck I'm playing is almost certainly going to be this, with a very minor change. I'm almost certainly playing this. This is kind of more of a broken style build, with the 4 max potions and the Octillery, and then double Gallade as well, because like I say, Gallade was easily the MVP of the weekend. Being able to take out Sylvallies and now Zoroarks, now that that's been popularised as well, is just super, super strong. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be playing this weekend. A couple of questions we've had from the chat. Was Oranguru worth it? Oranguru was... he was a bit of a champ. The fact that you can use him as a non-EX attacker is really, really good. I really, really like that. It can swing the prize trade, so you don't have to rely on Gallade to do so. But actually, it also does a significant amount of damage. You can actually sort of set things up to be able to knock them out with Guardy next turn for less energy, and that's kind of the style of build or the style of play I was going for with the build that I played at the weekend. I wanted to have access to max potion, which means I didn't want to overcommit to Guardies, so that meant I could overcommit to a non-EX, let them take 1 prize and play the 7 prize game, and then just not have to overcommit to a Guardy, so that I could happily max potion and just need to find 1 energy, or be able to start ramping up after I've max potion, not without losing too many resources. So yeah, that's like the Oranguru I think was really, really worth it. Pretty much everyone that I saw that had an Octillery, it would have been very, very useful being able to draw those extra 2 cards, but I think having that non-EX attacker is really, really good. In this build though, because I've got double Gallade, the reliance is a lot heavier on Gallade, and naturally because of that, I think I'd stick with the Octillery, just because you don't want to have Gallade and Oranguru on the board, sort of applying pressure with Oranguru and applying pressure with Gallade. If they want to take out another non-EX in Octillery or whatever, then fair enough. But I think you don't need the extra non-EX support, considering we have double Gallade. That's a follow from Yams. Welcome to the team, Yams. Thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, double Gallade means that I think I'm happy with your Octillery line in here. Plus, Octillery and Gallade is a really, really good combo, being able to draw into the 2 or 3 card exactly you want from the top 5 is really, really nice. As Tord said, Gallade is pretty scary. Things like Zoroark being a bit becoming more popular is pretty big. If Zoroark Golisopod does become popular, I think it is quite a difficult Pokemon for them to deal with. They can obviously knock one out with a GX attack, but the fact it's a non-EX means that they can't really one-shot it very well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tord, but I think it's one of the more difficult Pokemon for you to deal with, considering it's a non-EX. So yeah, it's really, really good. It was definitely like my favourite card the whole weekend, and I'm definitely gonna hopefully enjoy playing 2 this weekend for this tournament. I think I should have a pretty good matchup against things like Golizoro and stuff like that. Any metal decks that are playing Silvally, it should be fine. Fighting's just a really good type right now. But yeah, I don't think there's been too many other questions in the chat. But yeah, if there's any other questions down below, feel free to ask them. I feel like I've covered a lot. I don't think there's too much for me to cover. I didn't want to do a huge long video, sort of doing a deck analysis, because we've done Guardy before, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. Do I think this version is consistent enough? From what I've been testing, it's been pretty consistent. Beacon is obviously worse than Magical Ribbon, but requires less setup. But both cards you're pretty much always getting end anyway, so I feel they're both pretty consistent. So yeah, I think it's consistent enough. I don't think it's particularly inconsistent, and just having 4 Max Potion is so good, plus Twilight. It's been bricking ridiculously for you. I mean, it is a Stage 2 deck, and naturally, Stage 2 decks will brick. But yeah, you just have to, I did get lucky this weekend. There wasn't too many brick games. The Max Potions clunk up a lot. I've been trying a list with 3. As you saw just before, there was a 3rd Curlier in here in place of the 4th Max Potion. Sorry, I'm gonna try this build with 4 Max Potions this weekend. Just because I think the card is inherently really strong, and I don't want to say broken, but it does seem really strong. But yeah, I'm really liking the list in testing so far. It's only a cup, so I'm not too bothered if I completely scrub out, because there's at least 2 or 3 more cups this season or this quarter that I want to go to. So it's not the end of the world if things go downhill. Plus we've got Leipzig regionals in I think it's about 8 weeks time, 8 or 9 weeks time. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not too worried if it doesn't go well. Obviously I'd like to do well, but Luke won the draft. What do I think about that? Luke did indeed pick Tord. Andrew, welcome to the team. Thank you very much for the follow. Luke did pick Tord, which was a very good choice. So yeah, we'll have to... I know Tamao lost, so we'll have to think of some punishment for Tamao. All of this stuff hopefully is on the channel by now as well. I think Joe went over them in the stream yesterday. I will double check with him before uploading this anyway, just in case he didn't. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Is the 4th Sycamore worth it? I think so. I could potentially see going down to 3 Sycamore, going up to a 2nd Beacon. Because Beacon is really strong when you prize it, is very unfortunate. So yeah, I could see going to a 2nd Vulpix, just for that Beacon attack. But I think 4 Sycamore is still fine. This deck can still be really aggressive. You can still go turn 2 Candy, Guardy, Knockout. No Floatstone, only 3 Guzma. Because we're pretty much always Twilighting in this deck, that we have no other GX attacks that we have access to, so we're always Twilighting. Means that you don't really need Floatstones, you can happily discard energy, I think. Plus we have double Super Rod to get back Fairies specifically. And only 3 Guzma. Again, because we Twilight, we can get the 3 Guzma back. It's not overly... It's not awful. A 4th Guzma would be nice, but I think it's one of the lower priorities on the list. I think I'd rather even an 8th Energy or a 2nd Vulpix over the 4th Guzma. So yeah, because we're Twilighting a lot, or we're pretty much always Twilighting, I think we're not too pushed for resources overall. But I'm going to play around with this over the next couple of days anyway, just before the tournament. I think the cup is on Sunday, so you know, I'll play around with this and hopefully it won't be too bricky. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure you check out the streams. Like I say, that's where a lot of this fun stuff happens. That's all of these, and that's what all of this stuff on the screen is right now. I wanted to do a video on stream just to make you guys aware of us streaming as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack from OmniPoke, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. Oh, my throat hurts. Ugh. I think this is a good list. He believed. Benji, who won the complexity draft? Have you worked that one out yet? Just good, not broken. I don't like saying things are broken because this can still definitely lose. I don't think it's inherently broken just because it can brick. Like a basic or a stage 1 deck I think is more likely to be broken than a stage 2 deck just because it bricks less. But it's called broken, so maybe it is broken. I'll probably have one more game. Like I say, I'm quite busy tonight, but I just wanted to record whilst I was, or stream whilst I was recording. You know, just riding the meme wave. Yeah. I got you. But I am inherently not too happy calling it broken just because I don't believe it is. I don't think it's broken. Are you hyped or dreading the new metal support? It feels a bit over the top. Keep forgetting to cash on my £2. Oh yeah. Drafted Tord and yourself, Benji. That's very good. Looks like we've got a mirror here. Wasn't close. Easy. Yeah, I'll trade you back the Steeler after this game, Mad Captain. Collusion. That's why you drafted yourself and Tord. You knew you were playing the same deck. Cheeky guys. You just had the knowledge others didn't have. Yes. Very good. Parallel turn 1. That's annoying. In hand Bridget, let's go. Let's show this man we don't care about parallel. Haha. Oh wow. We drew all our basics anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh no. I think I get 2 here just because I don't want to draw into 1. So I know I've got 1 in hand, but I think I get 2 just because we don't want to draw into 1. Let me get a Curlier and an Octonaut. Are the Psychic Evolutions just better than the Fairy ones right now? How much do you think this Metal Sylvalic / Celesteela / Registeel kind of stuff is gonna stick around? This is probably going to see an N. Oh, we go to Bridget. Interesting. That means we're getting an Octillery. We can get ourselves an N here from the Octillery. That would be fantastic. That would be exactly what we want. Curlier Guardy. Okay. If we hit a Guzma here, like Guzma or N here is really good. No. He only plays one parallel, right? He's playing Max Potion. Oh, mine played two, though. He's playing Octillery, though. No, he only plays one parallel. This guy doesn't play two parallel. It's fine. Do we want Guardy or Gallade? I think we want Gallade. I think we want Guardy. Oh no, we want Gallade. I don't get Gallade enough. Gallade is so good. Especially when you've already got Octillery. Like, it means I'm kind of thinking, oh, if this Gardevoir gets knocked out, we don't have a Gardevoir, but Gallade draws us into our Gardevoir. Not hitting N and Guzma there is pretty sad, but hey ho. Has his own N. Did you miss a report? Yeah, it was only like a half-an-hour video. I'm probably going to go after this game. Like I say, I'm a little bit busy tonight, but I wanted to get this report done. But the whole stream will be able to watch, and I'll upload the stream and the video tonight as well. They'll probably be privated for now, so you'll probably see them over the next couple of days. But yeah, it was me pretty much just talking about what I was thinking about before the tournament and stuff. Have our own N, which is cool. We can Ultra Ball for a Gallade here. Now am I focusing Gallade too much is the question. I think so. I don't think I should waste resources for the sake of getting Gallade out when we have an N anyway. Neither of us want to overcommit onto our Guardies, so Ultra for Tapu Lele. I don't think I want to Ultra for Tapu Lele because he's searched for two Guardies here. So I think I'd rather N and save the Ultra Ball. Do I want to commit the Choice Band? I think I do want to commit the Choice Band. One, two, three, four. So he needs 4 energy attachments. I don't think I'm attaching any more energy to this Guardy. I want to make him overcommit if I can. So I'm happy to do this and try and make him overcommit. And seems really good. You don't risk resources, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna hold this DCE and just beacon. Do I want to get a second Pokemon? I think I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's unlikely that we can draw cards anyway, and I think I'm going to Sycamore next turn, so let's do this. Neverlight1990 is now following. Welcome to the team. Thank you very much for the follow. Take the Guardy too. I don't think I want to take the Guardy too. I think I'd rather get rid of the Curlier. I don't know. Just have options. I think having Gallade is better though. I think having a non-EX attacker, because I don't think he's ever going to knock this Vulpix out. Because if he knocks his Vulpix out, he takes 1 prize and we takes 2. You follow mostly on YouTube? Welcome to the streams. Streams are a whole new level of fun. Don't know what that card is. That's scary. What is this card? That's a candy. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's got his own premonition. That was pretty spooky. So sad Jack avoided forfeits. Jack's done enough forfeits. All Jack does is forfeits. Greninja 4 Lotto 4 timer ball. Whoa there, friend. Whoa there, friend. That's why Gallade's good, guys. It does those things. Question is, do we respond on his Octillery with the same? I think we do. I think we do the same. In fact, he's used fairies is good. He's 4 fairy down. That's not what I wanted to do. Being able to end him there would have been really good, but he just discards these two, right? I think I take this. I think almost always. I think it almost always doesn't matter because I'm either sycamoring to get the rest anyway, or and I want all of these cards, or I'm ending. So I think it doesn't matter. Tomorrow earlier said today he might be playing VG. Yeah. Me and him were chatting about VG. Gonna get an end of his own. Max Pot DC. How many energy have we gone through? I've gone through one. Just be a second. Has the second parallel? No. No. Vladimir so can't say. It's not fun, I must admit. It's great to see you put off on our stream, Jack. Now, cheers, buddy. Thank you. Max got pot's good, but we've got one. I think I want to Sycamore next turn, pretty much always. If not, we can rearrange anyway. Let's see how many max potion he plays. I'm playing 4 max potion in this build, so there's his first. Two Gallade or one? I'm playing 2 Gallade. One is prized though. I think we do this game without auxiliary now. That's probably a big statement that I will go back on, but this is exactly what I wanted. I just wanted a fairy energy as well. I really want to make him overcommit. I don't think he's going to. 5 energy gone. Supporters will be used. Could discard both N and Sycamore. I think it's so unlikely that Candy gets value though. So I think we're better off doing this. I think a lot of the time is Sycamoring. He's got a 2-card hand. I want to get a routes down this turn so I can get another attacker next turn. There's a Gallade. Oh, I wish I'd kept the candy. Here he goes. Here he goes. Overcommit. You can do it, friend. Fairy choice band. Or double fairy. Double fairy would be way better for us here. So we could knock this out. If we knock this out, where does that leave us? That means he needs 1 energy to knock us out. But he can't explode like we can. Alternatively, we attach DCE here, pay retreat. And then we need 1 less energy. But we need one. But we need to find an energy off of this Sycamore. But we can find an energy off the Sycamore. Plus, it means Choice Band is an option. Is that our first fairy in the discard? Interesting. Do we thin a card with Lele? We could thin a Bridget, but it takes up bench space. But we're probably going to be getting knocked out next turn anyway. He needs to commit less than us. So I think we thin a Bridget in order to guarantee hitting a fairy. Not guarantee, obviously, but increase the odds of hitting a fairy. 3 and 19. Silverfang, welcome. Thank you for joining us. No fairy, no Choice Band. No. The punish. The punish. The punish. Ah. I am indeed Jack. The punish. Oh, I want to cry. 210. No, why don't we play Kukui? So if he wants to knock us out, we can respond with pretty much anything. Should have Ultra Wolf Code at least. I thought that, but I wasn't sure what to discard. So I thought I'd be better off holding... Because I thought about discarding the second Ultra Ball, but I thought I'd be better off holding the second Ultra Ball. Guardian Mirror is so fun and skillful. Joe was playing Lorantis Bulu yesterday. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. I could get the Glade active, but I don't want to risk missing stuff. So I'd rather just guarantee the knockout and end him down to 2. I have the Ultra Ball for stuff next turn. Joe's playing interesting things. Joe does like interesting things. I think I almost certainly want the DC next turn. And then I'm Ultra Balling for a Lele. Is GX here good? No, because he can just fully commit and knock us out. Don't think there's any way. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. He would need the nuts, but he could potentially knock us out next turn. So this is why we don't attach to the active. Unless all 4 of his DC are gone, then that was a misplay. No, only 3 of his DC are gone. So he could DCE, Spring. So we've got 2. He has 3, 4. He could DCE 5, 6, Spring, Choice Band 7, 8. So think we're ahead. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. So we could Ultra Ball for a Lele, for a Guzma. He has his own Guzma though. Oh, he has his own Lele though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what my last Guzman's prize it is. I should know that. Oh, it's so bad. I'm so bad. Whoops. Okay. That's fine. Because now we N him. I mean, it's not ideal, obviously, because I suck, but... So now we can pay retreat and sensitive blade. I'm definitely... Have I gone through all 4 Guzma? All 3 Guzma? If that's the case. Okay, I've gone through 3 Guzma. That's even worse of me. Do we spring? We definitely didn't spring active, so I think I just have to wait, and I think Twilighting there was better. Wow, that forced a max potion out of him. That's... He's used all 4 max potion. Okay. He's used all 4 max potion. So yeah, now I GX. You asked me why not full Guzma. Yeah, she was playing full Guzma. Okay. I want energy, I want a Lele. There's no Lele in here. But we've got a Lele in deck, so that's fine. I want one of these, one of these. I think I just want energy. That's almost certainly all I want. I don't think we're ever going to get hit. Like, I could have got max potions there, but I don't think we're ever going to get hit not for a knockout. I think he's only ever going to promote this when he can get a knockout, because we can so easily get a knockout back. So max potions don't seem sensible to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DC Guzma is win for him. Interesting. I think I played that game really badly. But we got an evolutions pack for it. I think I was right to not get max potions there. Interesting. Either way, let's get some pack hype. I definitely played that badly. I'm gonna go back and watch that game. Oh, shiny energy. Why is that here? What? Okay. Oh, B-drill, boys. Excellent news. Right, it's only been a short stream today. Sorry it was a little bit short, but yeah, it wasn't ever going to be too long, I'm afraid, just because, like I say, got some stuff to do. But thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back with Joe next week as usual, but I wanted to get I wanted to stream tonight just to get this video up, and I wanted to try recording while streaming as well, so it's good to know that all worked fine, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, Thank you very much. Bonus stream over no stream. Exactly. So yeah, cheers everyone. Thank you very much. Hope you all had a good weekend at London, and good luck for anyone going to San Jose this weekend. It is expanded, so me and Joe have been chatting a little bit about expanded. But yeah, either way, cheers guys. See you later. Bye bye.